The next thing we're going to want to do is issue some logging orders to cut down some of these trees. So our initial landing site is on the border between a prairie biome where trees don't really grow and a dry forest where we'll get some modicum of trees. They're pretty sparse, but there are plenty of them around. Wood is an extremely valuable resource in furniture crafting. It has a high luxury value associated with it, so we'll want to gather plenty of that. Plus, we'll want to clear out trees so that we can level some terrain and start building more structures pretty soon. To issue an order to fell a tree, you'll click on this Issue Logging Order button over here, and then all you have to do is click on one of these trees, and a colonist will go ahead and grab an axe or tree cutting tool, and they'll get to work. If you switch over to a surface view, you can see that underneath the branches that you can't see from the top-down view, our worker will start hacking away at that tree. Different kinds of trees will take more time to cut down depending on their size and a number of other factors. These trees right here, if we click on them, this is a species of tree called the gray tower. They're very, very large. So if we start out at sea level 59, we can see their root structure. They'll go up 10, 11, 12, 13 Z levels. So this is a very large tree. We'll cut this down. It's going to yield a pretty tremendous volume of wood that's going to be very useful for manufacturing. Once a tree is felled, the yields of it will appear as logs and things on the ground, and all of your workers will automatically retrieve them and transport them to stockpiles for later use. If you want to clear out plants in an area, which is also a requisite for leveling terrain, you can use the Issue Plant Harvest order, and click on Plants. The difference between plants and trees is that plants don't have trunks. They don't require specialized tools like axes to clear them out. You can see that a tree was felled over here, seeds fell out of it, logs fell out of it, and the yields are automatically retrieved and brought to a stockpile. As these plants over here are harvested, you can see that seeds will appear, and those will be transported to a stockpile. And then, when you go ahead and want to issue crop planting orders, you can see that the new species that we just cut down and harvested, the ones for which we collected seeds, like the Huxle-knot, plains grass, these weren't available before. We could plant these if we were so inclined. So any species of plant can be used for agriculture if you want an outer colony. You could set up a tree farm if you wanted to, and there's nothing preventing that. But we'll hold off on that sort of activity for now. Once we've gone ahead and cut down these trees, we can go ahead and click on the information box up here, scroll down to Colony Supplies, and this is a very useful interface for keeping track of what materials you have on hand. We've got some bituminous coal from digging our mine shaft, a byproduct of that, but you can see that we've got burrowroot wood, Huxle-knot wood, in significant quantity. Sugar root is something that's derived from one of the trees that we cut down too, but you can see that we have volumes of these materials as a result of felling the trees and harvesting plants. So those are the basics of cutting down trees, clearing out plants. It's pretty straightforward, but it's a very useful way to get resources, and it's one of the things that makes starting in a forested area advantageous. You see that this worker finally managed to cut down the gray tower, which has yielded a very large amount of wood that everybody's now transporting to the stockpiles. So now we've got a bunch of good materials to work with when it comes time to build furniture, and we'll proceed from here.